Right. And Discord it started shortening names seemingly randomly. Some of these people that long and they're just shortened up. Going through Hollow Knight's Pantheon 5 challenge today. Attempting to. I've tried beating it multiple times. And I have failed every time. I mean, I haven't gotten very far in the first place, but no, like yes. I actually don't know the furthest I ever got. I think it was I think I got to the Paint Master Shio one. Which I know isn't that far. Come on. I'll pick it up, please. That's not this one. There it is. There it is. Alright. I really want to finish it because this is the last achievement I have in Hollow Knight. And once I've beaten it, I can play Silk Song without, like, being like, ugh, I haven't finished everything. I have a almost sit button. I know I have one. That. I've got a, oh wait, I think, like, I use controller for Hollow Knight. Because if you don't, you're probably a lunatic. So, you know, there's that. Alright. Get acquainted with controls. Alright. Let me get... yeah, let's go. I think I need to practice a little bit, because I don't know the last time oh, you know what? I think I lost to Mark Moth last time. Maybe Zero Egg. 1, 2. I think, oh, it was definitely 0. Yeah, because this version's easy, but of course P5 is like, you know what? Let's use the super hard version. What's that charm does? Because I've been playing I've been playing too much Ritual of the Night, and I don't remember how this works. And I'm just so used to in that game just spamming one spell because it did like the most damage anything could possibly do. But having a quick cast button is so nice, and also not having limited healing items. God, I hate what. This game is ruined. I can like never play a game that's at all similar to Hollow Knight, because otherwise I'll just be like, man, Hollow Knight is so good. Because being able to like, instead of being like, oh, you need to pay for healing items, you can just like, your healing item is entirely skill based. So, you know. Also, the monocle switches sides on the skin. It's always on the far side. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Oron Mato is easy enough, but Paint Master I always fail. As I have most times recently. Shit. Oh god. I'm really bad at bosses that create particles of any kind, because that's just too much for me to focus on, and then that'll happen where I'll be like backed into a corner. If anything goes wrong, I'm gonna blame that I have a new controller for all of my problems. It's not as good as my old one, because the triggers on this controller are so touchy. Like, I even like think about hitting them, and they're like, okay, full press. It's like, whoa, I barely even tapped you. Shut up. Although I do like how the paint on his brush changes, so you can always see what move he's gonna do before he actually does it. Pretty good. Although, I probably would go into that with less than full health. I would have some soul. Any spells. Okay, what am I using for trigger? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna go with. Alright, well, other than the big bastards, but I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about getting to your vessel anytime soon. Uh-oh. Slot. Well, oh, and the collector. This has gotta be one of the goofiest boss battles this game has. Like, it's just so fucking ridiculous. Like, everyone calls your character small. Look at this bastard. It's like 3 inches tall. Although he did take me fucking forever to beat. Okay, it didn't actually take me that long, because I only got to attempt him like 2 times. Because getting past the Grey Prince was like fucking completely impossible every time. I'm really good at Sly. You know what? I have to get through all of Pantheon 3's people, so I'm gonna leave that later. I'm gonna somehow first try getting to Slot. More bosses, and then finally I can unlock something for this area. I don't understand how people can speedrun Pantheon 5. Like, they're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put myself through the worst challenge this game has for fun and literally not be able to fuck up ever once. Like, with Path of Pain, I guess I can understand, because that's just rote memorization. Unironically, one of the most annoying bosses in the game. Purely because he fucking never does exactly what you want him to. So it's like impossible to even hit him. And he just does that shit where he just fucking hits you endlessly. I lose the vent flag king. Switch back to poker now. Oh my god. Yeah, so rusty. You know what? Every other boss in Pantheon 1, except for Vengefly King, I'm pretty well practiced at. But I like never fight Vengefly King anymore. Because whenever I do a full game run, I just skip Zote because it saves time and I don't need Geo. Because, like, the only thing to spend Geo on are mostly unnecessary in the long run. Fucking attack me. What? End Flag King, more like RNG piece of shit. There we go. Easy. I know, yeah. Yeah, I've really fallen. God. Oh, God. This version of Gruz Mother is really annoying, too. See, like, that was so bullshit right there. That was, like, come on. What even was that hitbox game? Game is bad. Don't buy this game. In fact, buy it. Don't buy it 12 times, because if you do buy it once, it's gonna feel like you're stealing. Because holy fuck, how is this game $15? Maybe I should have like gone in and done another Steel Soul run. Probably would have been easier. At least with Steel Soul, I can't get into my head as easily. Alright, now it's the toughest boss in the run. I can't believe it. I got hit once by False Knight. Probably the boss I've beaten the most in this game. Okay, actually that probably goes to all of Pantheon 3. But most likely actually the Troop Master. Oh my god, I've always been so bad at juggling old Mossy here. I don't know what it is. It's timing. Maybe it's because I have like two things that make my nail faster. Playing Ritual of the Night really helped. Like, that's one of the like better rated Metroidvanias on the market, but it really helps just re-emphasize that Hollow Knight is essentially a perfect game. Like, the animation is amazing, the movement's so good, the combat's almost perfect. I wish I could kill you. Yeah, shut up, bitch, shut up. I've killed all of your fucking gods. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh boy, the best fight in the Pantheon. Gorb. But man, I would ascend with this guy. He seems like one of those cool guys to ascend with. I don't know entirely why P5 just has the different arenas. Like, I understand, but also, come on. Like, come on. Because you know what? Oh shit, I can't even skip this. for the most part, I don't particularly care, but for every soul boss, it is the worst possible. Doma Doma. You know, I remember my first playthrough, I had just gotten to City of Tears, and I was like, hell yeah, this is so cool. And I went down to the sewers, and I got kicked the shit out of immediately. Because like everyone, I heard the Doma Doma, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And so I started following it, and then I got Dung Defender. That was a rock spell. God. Damn. Same problem with Broken Vessel and Lost Kin, but mostly Lost Kin. Why am I dead? So why can't I teleport? Like, all of these guys can teleport. Why can't I? It seems unfair. Oh my god, it's my favorite boss. CO. So, whatever. Oh fuck, he died. That's probably like one of the best things that happens in the Pantheon, is it's just, he dies. Like, oh fuck, he did. And also, one time, I was doing a Steel Soul run, I think. And I didn't know this boss existed. I think it took until I beat the game and was going for like 100% completion to know that Brooding Malk existed. I'm just that good. That I just didn't even like fight Brooding Malk in my original playthrough. Also, I think the Nail Masters would be a little less predictable with their moves. But they're so predictable. Also, I think they need to consider that maybe they have a third brother, because, like, Shio looks the exact same as these two. Like, did they ever consider that? My man's doing Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Just literally stand there and let them attack you for like 30 seconds. Neither of them dead yet. Jesus. I always forget that this is right after them, so I always am like, oh god, do I have enough health for the next boss? Like, I always like use up all my soul, and I'm like, oh. Fuck. You know, I remember doing an attempt of this, and you know, I I only did one, because... This guy's the worst. Damn it. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck up. My strategy is perfect. I'm trying to pogo on this guy to show him that his fucking horns don't mean shit. And that my horns are cooler. God damn it. Oh, god damn it. He's got like a few hits left. I don't know what it is, man. Moving those platforms just fucking destroys me every time. That was the wrong button. Every time. Markoth and Zero are going to be the reasons I don't beat this. Like, the sole reasons. The rest of the bosses, whatever, fuck it. They can go die. In fact, that's the goal. It's for all of the bosses to just go die. But especially those two. They can go die even more. Because I'm gonna go to their houses and murder their family or something. I know that, like, they're already dead, but can't hurt, I guess. I'll remove whatever last vestiges they have from the world. Whatever family that continues their legacy will find themselves 6 feet under because, goddamn, man, video game boss is just too hard. That was a waste. I used to be able to, like, there we go. I used to be able to, like, pogo on Vengefly King, like, as he went up, but with two of them, it's just really annoying. At least this time I didn't almost die. To, like, the second easiest boss in the game. Then again, when there are two of them, it does make it just slightly harder. You know my main problem? Whenever I do full game runs, I always ignore the spirit bosses because I hate all of them. Like, I always ignore them every time because they're the worst. So I have little to no actual practice with them. I've beaten them all once. I've beaten them all once in game, like in the main game. But beyond that, Pantheon's the only time I've ever beaten them. Damn. Perfect. Literally a lot of fun. Like, Gorb is kind of fun, just because he's a goofy guy. But other than that, I don't really like any of them. I mean, I remember, like, just after getting Dream Nail in my first playthrough, immediately fighting Markoth, because he's the first one you come up... Wait, no, Zero. Yeah, because Zero is the first one you come up against if you're just doing them as you find them. Because he's in Resting Grounds. So I fought him pretty quick. And he's not that hard normally. But when you get rid of the ground, then suddenly he goes from, like, moderately inconvenient to super fucking annoying. Gorb already has, like... I find Gorb easier because he may shoot more projectiles, but they're super consistent. Like, every time you fight Gorb, all of his attacks are the exact same. The only thing that's different is how quickly he gets to stages. That just depends on how many spells you use, because he doesn't have a whole lot of health. And also, I mean, come on, who doesn't just love fighting Gorb? Every other boss, though, they can go die. Oh, damn, I don't have enough soul to skip this. Doma, Doma. Damn it. Not do anything about that. Doma, 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 Doma. I believe this guy was one of the King's Knights. Oh, no, Shopping. Because I use up a lot of soul for healing. So I have Soul Catcher instead. Because I know that just pure damage output would probably be helpful, but I think with just pure damage output, I'm likely to fuck myself over far more often. God, that guy dies like a bitch. Just... Oh my god, Cecile, again, whoa! Fuck, he's dead again. Yeah, it's always funny, because I went in and fought this guy for the very first time with, like, pure nail and full masks. Well, not full masks, because he gives a mask shard, but, like, a bunch of masks and pure nail and full spells. All of this, and he just died instantly. Alright. Come on, Oro. I remember, man, first time I did Pantheons, I was like, oh my god, it's that guy, it's Oro, that guy I haven't ever used the ability he gave me. He spent all that time training me, and I literally don't use any nail arts ever. Whoa. It's that guy. That guy whose ability I should probably look sometime, but I always forget it exists. Oh. Yasso. I love that they do that for me, and they just line themselves up perfectly to be spelled. Shit. I am low on health. You know, I think every time I've ever fought these guys, Mato always survives. Like, I don't think I've ever defeated Mato first. I actually don't know if you can. See, look, I just did it again, where I instinctively heal up at the end of a battle I know goes right into a hot spring. Okay, so next is Zero. Oh. I would have to get rid of... Shaman's gonna be inconvenient. I could more easily have Spell Twister than Shaman Stone, because I use Quick Slash instead. So I think that's just a remnant of me, like, never using spells in my first playthrough. Like, if there were stats that showed how I killed each boss, in this save, the amount killed by spells would be, like, -3. Like, I think more bosses killed me with spells than I killed with spells. I was gonna say that this time I have Soul against him, but I had Soul against him last time. There's a hot spring. Fuck. Yeah, got him. I mean, I took 5 damage and used all my soul, but you know what? Oh, look at that. It's an easy boss. Free soul! Woo! Wow. Almost lost that one. Don't know what I would have done there. That was... I always forget how easy early game bosses are when you have any equipment that's better than, like, a stick of gum. Oh wow, I got him. Wow, he's dead. Can you believe it? He's totally dead. Oh god, he's not dead. Oh. Shit. Shit. Be good at that. Just kidding, I've done it like once. Oh my god, it's everyone's favorite Radiant boss, the Obobbles. Doesn't everyone love no-hitting this boss? It's the best challenge that isn't just super annoying and terrible all the time. See, look, I could have done that Radiant easily. See, I only took like 6 damage. So you know that there's something's fucked in this battle, because it goes off of the song Gods and Glory for like the first time in the Pantheons. Because even bosses that like have their own song usually just use the Pantheon spell. I kind of wish I didn't know about Sisters of Battle when I started this. But I had already learned about them from, I think, people just endlessly talking about this boss battle for a good reason. This is actually a boss. I really want to try on Radiant, but I don't even think I've ascended them, I'll be honest. Because it's so easy to just back yourself into a corner in this fight. There we go. And also, after this fight, you're like wary every single time, because you're like, shit, that means that there's other bosses that I literally have never fought before that I just have to sight read. That's pretty cool. That's probably about as far as I'm going to get, even on like a perfect run, as I'm probably going to get to like Winged Nosk and then fail. Because I've never fought them. I'm bad enough at regular Nosk. I don't think I'll do particularly well against a stranger version. Oh, fuck. The amount of times I have lost something because of Marmu is more than I would like to admit. Because, you know, fuck Marmu. What to do in the face of such beauty. Hollow Knight's greatest mill. One of two. This guy took me, like, unironically, like 4 fucking hours to beat. My first time ever playing this. Jesus, man. He was so hard. Like, the amount of times I C-dashed across that chasm, you would not even believe. Just endlessly. Endlessly. Gosh, it's the best of the spirit buses. Oh, I used the wrong spell. This guy almost killed me in a Steel Soul run once. That was really fun. Honestly, one of the best times I've ever had. Okay, here we go. Let's hope I can beat him. You know, he is one of very few bosses who, like, truly has area of attack. Like, or Like, very few other bosses have, like, splash damage. Gonna blame the controller. Because, see, I switched from an Xbox 360 to an Xbox One controller. So, clearly, it has to be the controller. So I don't know how I ever beat this game with quick focus on all the time, because my god, that thing takes up so many arm notches. Wow. Can't be mean to the nail master. As always, Pantheons 1 and 2 went down like little bitches, so next should be Hive Knight? Let's see, I'm trying to remember. I should just know Pantheon 3's boss order by heart, because I played it so many times, but I really don't actually. Wait for stun to actually be up. So. See, I used to not use Fragile Strength ever. Oh, it's the best soul boss, the actual best one. See, Galeon was just a mislead. Cause I actually like that boss. It's fun. Cause he's interesting and vaguely unique. Elder Who is very unique because I hate him the most. For different reasons than like, God, he didn't do his fucking stupid attack. It's the greatest. It's the blessed run. I love the sounds the collector makes when you hit him, because he just like makes that like weird void noise. And also, I went like 15 runs in a row without even once being attacked by the collector, because like his attack animation is super uncommon. So whenever you get hit by the collector himself, you know that's something. Although I'm so glad that strength means that you can just insta-kill all of his little buddies, because that's the worst part. Imagine they just put 2 collectors. Oh, okay. The amount of times little god tamer here ended my Pantheon 3 runs was crazy. This was probably the boss I lost to like the second most after Great Print. Because until I figured out that you just have to aim for the horse thing, I don't know what to call it. That roly-poly bastard. I don't know how those two are exactly a duo when Soul. And they almost hit me. I love that they do one last. Wait, can I? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, okay. Free hit. Okay. I am still better at Nightmare King than I am at regular Grim, because I've fought Nightmare King. I mean, I've definitely fought regular Troop Master more, but I fought Nightmare King a lot. Relative myself. All that shit talking. Like, god damn it, that was like halfway through Pantheon 3 as well. And this is why I've never beaten it, is because this is just so fucking long. I get to like that point and die, and I'm like, ugh, I just spent like 15 minutes doing that. I don't really want to do that again. Honestly, that is the Hollow Knight version of suffering from success, is when you're better at the dream version of a boss, so you forget the actual timings. Where you're like, oh, I'm literally too good at this boss. I don't remember how to beat them. Stop fucking screaming. Get down here. Every now and again, Grezmother just is like, I'm not sure if I want to fully commit to smashing myself into the ground and ceiling over and over again, so I'm just gonna do it like once, kind of test the waters. Do you think this is like an eternal hell for these bosses? Like that every single time they just have to like go back in and just keep fighting even though they know they're just gonna lose over and over again? Like, do you think False Knight is like, oh man, you gotta get out there, you gotta fight him again? It's like, I've lost the last 18 times in a row, what do you want me to do? It's like, I don't know, just beat him. Fucking, oh man. Like, I think this is just a Sisyphusian hell for every single boss here. Maybe that's why I'm not here. Is because God Tamer knows I just win every time. That's not interesting. Or God Seed, whatever. God Tamer as well. I think this is like a fake version of every boss. Maybe it is a hell, and maybe that's why Sisters of Battle and Wing Nosk exist. They're like, look, we'll get him by switching up our strategy. Of course, what they'd have to do is randomly switch between those versions, like every few times. You'd go in expecting Sisters of Battle, and then you just get the regular Mantis Lords. God, I'm fucking up this fight so much. And then, you know, you beat regular Mantis Lords super easily because they're kind of fucking easy. And I've beaten them literally as early as you could possibly beat them, like 8 times. Like in every one of my Steel Soul runs, I beat them for fun and for Mark of Pride. For no other reason than I can. Base nail, base health, base everything. Just one spell, only Mothwing Cloak, and I kicked the shit out of them. I think I lost like one Steel Soul run to them. Ever. And honestly, I can't believe that more people have beaten this shit than have beaten Steel Soul. Like, that's fucking stupid. Like, if you can beat Pantheon 5, Steel Soul should be literally zero challenge at all. Yet, always, people just... they just don't go for Steel Soul, because... like, I guess I get it. Right, because the hard part of Steel Soul is, like, the parkour sections. Because I feel like that's when you're most likely to fuck up, is just out in the world. But if you can beat every single boss, I mean, kind of. But I would say that this is sometimes more of a... also, I fucked up the skip for this. Like, yeah, I guess it's a commitment, but not that long of one. Like, this takes about an hour to beat. And, like, that's if you're doing really well. Like, most people, this takes, like, once you get to those end bosses, this starts taking hours. Like, Steel Soul only took me, like, 3 hours to beat. I guess maybe it's like, oh, well, you know, every boss in the game, but, like, maybe everyone just, like, I think most people only do one playthrough. So maybe they look back and think, like, oh god, it took me so long to get to this section the first time. Not realizing that if you've done it before, it takes literally 10 times less. Because there isn't any of that, oh, I'm gonna go exploring, or, oh shit, I died 12 times because this parkour section in front of City of Tears is so hard. But also, people have the speedrun achievements. Like, I think there's... actually, I don't remember. I'd have to look. I don't remember the numbers. And... let's see. Achievements. And also, can you believe that, like... yeah, so more people have completed the speedrun achievements than Steel Soul. And I mean, Steel Soul is just the speedrun achievements, but you don't die. And also, less than, like, more than 30% of all players never beat this. I can't imagine that, like... False Knight is tough, because he's weird, and he's fast, and he does a lot of damage, and you get no soul from him, which, there's only, like, 2 bosses you don't get soul from, and it is the first one and one of the last ones. Right, no one goes into Hollow Knight and is like, oh yeah, my 7th boss was the Collector. It's always, like, one of the last ones. Like, it's one of the ones where you're like, oh shit, that boss exists? That's crazy. I actually really like the Collector. All things considered, I like the Collector. I don't think he's the best boss, though. And also, I can see why some people didn't beat Steel Soul, because holy fuck, getting to, like dying on the Hollow Knight in Steel Soul is, like, the worst thing that can possibly happen to you. And it probably will, because there's no good way to practice the Hollow Knight without either, you know, like, going into his boss fight, and then beating him, and then sitting through the end credits, And all things considered in Steel Soul, you want to do everything as fast as possible so there's less time for you to fuck up. I don't know. I mean, I guess that means I'm better than everyone, right? And like 96% of the people played this game, I'm better than. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I think it's 97 because I think only 3% of people have steel completion. So I know what happened to those 0.4% of people who beat Steel Soul and not steel completion. We all know what happened. They beat the game and then probably died to like a post-game boss, like failed champ or something. And it's like, ooh, yikes, yeah man, that's fuck, like, sorry. We've all been there. I think it actually took me 2 runs to get steel completion. Like 2 finished runs. Because I died in Coliseum during like my first ever Steel Soul run. Which was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. So I get that. But also, one thing I found is there's like, within the people who have beaten Steel Soul, there's 2 tiers of people. There's the purists, and then there's people like me, the dirty cheaters who save and quit, because holy fuck, I just spent like 2 hours going through the easy parts of the game. I don't really want to do that again, because I've done it like 6 times. Gonna be honest, custom skins are the only reason I need it. Because I could play the game and look cool at the same time. Like why I playing Beat Saber. Because man, I don't want to make fun of the people who make Beat Saber maps for fun, but some of them are so bad. I'm trying to find my favorite songs on Beat Saber, and it's like, oh my god, this is like the worst Beat Saber map I've ever played in my life. Wild. Like I think it was Sabaton's 40 to 1 I was playing, and it just has these giant fucking slabs of no direction nodes, and it's like, what is this? I made this. Why is this here? This is bad. Stop. But also, I know I could probably do no better, so, you know. I say that with the self-awareness of, yeah, I probably would do the same thing, because it's easy. And it's like vaguely challenging, but not really. It's just inconvenient for whoever's playing. Don't bully them. Oh, here we go. I always like having Soul going into Mantis Lords. Then when one of them's on the wall, I can just get the fuck off. Like when they do that, I can just whap. And I know that the commitment thing is the same reason why only 1.5% of players have ever beaten the Gnome achievement in Half-Life Alyx. But it's the same thing. If you beat the game once, it doesn't take as long as the first time. I mean, it'll still take a while. Half-Life Alyx is a long game. But, like, it won't take nearly as long as your first playthrough. And you already know what's going to happen, so there's no, like, surprise, oh shit, here's a giant combat section where you weren't going to see coming. It's like, oh, here's that giant combat section I hate a lot. Fuck me. This is kind of a Cursed Sisters of Battle. They keep like doubling up attacks weirdly, so they keep like clipping into each other. I've never seen that before. But you know how it is. Hollow Knight's kind of a buggy game. I'm not gonna talk for the rest of the stream. And also the amount that like this boss gets so much easier once you defeat even one of the mantises. Like it goes from just constant attack spam to okay. Oh shit. That was a pretty good threat. Spamming a bit short. Whoever could have thought of that strategy? Damn. I used to be one of those guys where I for the most part can't replay games. I know I've beaten this game like 8 times, but like for the most part, if I try and play a game again, like that's why I can't do roguelikes. I just like I was like, oh, you know what? I'll try Hades. Everyone always says like, Hades is one of the best games ever made, and I just could not get into it because I feel no want to keep playing a game that has like no end goal other than keep playing to get better. And it's not even like keep playing for skill. It's there is skill involved, but it's just a lot of luck. I don't particularly enjoy games where luck is a core factor. Like, I can see why people greatly enjoy Hades. It's got great art, good characters, good weapon selection. It's just, I've played a few roguelikes, and I've been like, oh yeah, maybe I've always wanted to try the Binding of Isaac, but having played a few from, like, wildly different genres, like I've played shooters, I've played VR roguelikes, just none of them could keep my attention longer than like a few playthroughs. Probably one of the tracks I've listened to the most in this game, because Pantheon 3 can go fuck itself. Actually, the Great Prince Zo can go fuck himself. The rest of the boss, except for Umu, that one's pretty annoying. Pantheon Umu is a whole different beast to regular Umu. Like, I probably tried base Umu my first playthrough because he's really easy. But Pantheon Umu is just like a whole different mindset. I need you to stun. Thank you. How pretty this arena is. It really is a paint masterpiece. I would buy this guy's art. I would buy that the piece of God Tamer, right? Or God Seeker. Fuck. Oh, right. I should consider my healing a show of respect, because it means he beat the shit out of me. Alright, never mind. God damn it. one thing about... Oh my god, I'm fucking up so much. I'm gonna say that's the one thing about Pantheon 3 is you get really good at every boss except for the Great Prince. See, it always stuns during this attack, where I can never heal because there's fucking bees everywhere. Luckily, he has probably one of the longest death animations in the game. Alright, Elder Who, I need you to do your shitty attack. I can heal a lot during it. Thank you. That's always what I used Elder Who as. He's like, oh, maybe if I fucked up a bit during Hive Night, I'm just gonna use you as a way to get soul and heal. I have literally no respect for Elder Who at all. They say respect your elders, but this can't be fun. Even in weird bracelets. Annoying ass magic. Doesn't even give you that much essence or anything. He's kind of just a wasted token. Okay. Oh, right click. And then it's God damn it. That's who I fucked. I was trying to remember who I fucked up. Alright, luckily Pantheon 4 is probably the third easiest Pantheon, which makes it the... Actually, it's perfectly... It's like second hardest main Pantheon. And most of that comes from Pure Vessel. Like, very little of that difficulty comes from the other bosses. Like, 0% coming. Because, yes, soul, like, dream bosses can be annoying. But it's... Well, actually, if failed champs in there, that would be... But I don't remember if he is or not. Ooh, that guy's got some range on him. I fucked up. And I fucked up. I fucked up. I swear I'm really good at this game. Man, my man just broke the laws of physics to hit me. My man, ever heard of the conservation of energy? No, energy can't be created or destroyed. Energy. Oh, this is why I lost them. Because they had the same amount of health. Fuck. I should probably be saving soul. I don't know why, but I always like move around slightly during that attack. Okay, Nightmare King's version of the bats are easier to dodge for some reason. Well, probably because there's a super consistent way to dodge. Can you just stun? Jesus. I used to think it's like, man, it's crazy that I've never radianted Troop Master. And it's like, oh, yeah, because somehow, despite having fought him so many times, I still fuck up, and it's usually done in this phase. Also, this is one of those bosses that, like, goes from, oh my god, how am I ever gonna beat this guy, to how did I ever lose to this guy? Which is almost all of them. Except for, like, I would say Pure Vessel is one of those bosses where you're like, okay, yeah, I know why I lost this guy a lot. Because, man, those two masks, dude, they just tear you to pieces. They can only fuck up like 4 times. And even then, you can only heal like once during each of its stuns. And it's the same as Nightmare King, where he just... where it's just like the same boss, just faster. I'm assuming Absolute Radiance is kind of similar, but I have no frame of reference. Sleeping God, we can barely feel thy presence amongst the... Destroying the once possessed fate beyond time and... What, is it gonna be fucking or some shit? What? Oh. Why was this green? I'm so confused. Are you saying that is like one of the most powerful beings in Hollowness? Because I can see that. Definitely not these guys. I mean, everyone hates the Watcher Knights, their first playthrough. Everyone. I don't think there's a single person who was like, yeah, these guys are great. Love them. My favorite boss in the game. Because if you did say that, then you were crazy and wrong. But mostly crazy. Like, I can see, like, it's one of those bosses where it's like, yeah, no, these guys are like a good boss, but I hate them a lot. They're like, whenever I think of the boys, I'm like, oh yeah, my favorite villain in film, Homestar Runner. I always forget that Homelander, Homestar, same thing. It'd be really funny if someone made an edit of boys where they just replaced Homelander. Well, that'd be funny to like 8 people. You know what? I'm a little worried. Because the Great Prince has not shown up yet. Oh, what the fuck? That one was not there. Guys are coming up. That was bad. I really should have practiced Umu. And of course the ground is acid. Come on, that didn't hit them? No. This is one of my greatest things. But I am so bad at Pantheon Umu. I was just complaining about them too, and I forgot to practice them. It's like the end of Pantheon 3 as well. Yay, practice. Oh yeah, Trader Lord. Forget they exist. Because, like, it's not one of those bosses. He just goes down like a fucking bitch. Once you've beaten him once. Oh. Spawn the medium. Ah, damn it. Right. This one's easier. And at least the one thing I'll give to this boss that makes it, like, relatively easy is the jellyfish do so much damage to it. But also, not having the acid is actually, like, a huge disadvantage. That's, like, a lot of maneuverability you're missing. And slide. They put this little puny fucker right next to the pure vessel. I mean, for a good reason, but still. I'm really gonna have to practice this guy's last phase because I don't remember it at all. Okay, I vaguely remember it, but like not really. Oh right, that attack with him is super just... Alright, second phase. Oh, never mind, I was just I actually don't remember what the second phase star looks like. There's the second phase. To stay towards the middle and then do that. It's the second phase is super easy. If you're not stupid. Also, that's such a twist when you first figured out, like, oh my god. He's the great nail sage? Like, that guy just, like, sold me rancid eggs. I can't believe he's, like, the best nails guy in the world. Alright. Quick refresh. Luckily, I think I recently beat Hornet Sentinel. I don't need to worry about that. I can't believe anyone's ever, like, that people tried and beat P5 all bindings. Like, that's just, like, I think you'd have to be, like, suicidal to attempt that. Like, what in God's name is wrong with you? Because, like, come on. That's, like, inhumane. Pantheons regularly with all bindings, except for, like, the first one, are pretty tough. I know I need to do the bindings, because I need to get into that, whatever that side room is, because I literally don't know what it is. There's a surprise about this game I just don't know, despite, like, 175 hours of playtime. Like, there's just things you don't learn. Like the guy who sells the eggs. I've never seen him before, still. I've gone looking for him, but I've just never found him. I was like, what have you not found him? I was like, I don't fucking know. I didn't really like the underneath the coffin very much because it's dangerous down there. There's bad people and I don't know. I have areas I prefer. I meant to heal. Not quick cast. Well, it was a waste of health. Oh my god, it's the boss that can get like no attacks off before I kill him. That was the wrong way to dash. That was a subpar false knight, but whatever. Have to figure out how to get him. Just gotta do that. See, now imagine doing that. Well, okay, with steady body, that's probably really easy, but it's a waste of charm notches. I could have like combat notches instead of steady body. That's the other thing that's really split the community. Not like actually, but like kind of, is whether steady body is the best or worst charm in the game. Like, people are endlessly arguing over the quality of steady body. And it's like everything, it's personal preference, but like, yeah, shut up. I can't even get soul from you. But I can get food for the soul from old Gorb here. Best philosopher of our time. Voice of a generation. I really felt it when he said ascend, ascend, ascend with Gorb. I really felt that. Really relates to me and my struggle. Damn it, I've never been a fucking soul after Gorb. God damn it. The longer I'm doing this, the sloppier I'm getting. Like, I mean, I'm getting better at all the bosses, but it's that weird, like, the more skill you have, the more often you'll fuck up, because you're like, oh, I know the timing for this. Oh, I do not know the timing for this. Like, your reaction's just, like, a little off. And also, people, someone was asking about Pure Vessel on the subreddit before I fought him. Because it took me forever to muster the courage to go into Pantheon 4 after beating 3. And someone's like, yeah, it's like learn how to parry. It's a super parry heavy fight. I don't think I ever fucking parried him. Like, on purpose. Like, if I did, it was an accident and it didn't do anything. Like, parrying is one of those things that's just, like, not most times. Like, I think I've parried Brooding Monk more than almost every other boss in the game. out of you again. Because honestly, whenever you do that attack, you should really not leave one of your sides completely undefended. Like, it does not work, buddy. You think Mato is just like sitting up there, like ready, waiting? Like, don't worry, brother. I got you in case you fuck up. Because I know you're going to. Cause, yeah. One NPC I found that's like, I don't know, rare to find, that's not the right term, it is the mask seller. And I love how he's just there, and he doesn't mean anything, and he doesn't really do anything, he's just got weird creepy eyes. That's like his whole thing. It's his whole thing. Just... Damn it. Also, I love how when he adds 2 more of his nails, I guess, he like doesn't really use them. Like, he kind of just attacks with the same amount as he did previously. Fuck it. God damn it. The problem is, the more bosses I know how to fight, the less I know how to fight all of them. Or something. I'm coping because I'm bad. Thank you. Alright. I pogoed on his hand. Got him. I feel like Soulmaster would like he'd be like the Nailsmith, except the opposite, where he would take appreciation with being killed with spells, because his life's work was figuring out how soul works. So if I murder the shit out of him with like the best possible attacks, wouldn't he be like, oh, thank you, oh my god. Like, if I do that, shouldn't it be like going crazy, go nuts? So why does he have so many spikes and pillars in the ring? Damn it. God, I'm so bad at that. Spell spammy Obobbles fight that ever was. Honestly, it's kind of a shame that there's no in-game fight where it's all of the Mantis Lords and Traitor Lord. I mean, it's really not, because I don't really want to fight that. But it sounds like it seems like it could be. It would be terrible, but I think it would be kind of cool. It's like trying to play any competitive game in VR. It's like, oh, that's kind of fun. I mean, it's not. I'm not having a good time because everyone's making fun of me, but it's kind of cool. Like that. Exactly like that. It should probably be nothing like that. Because it already exists in a mod, and people beat it a lot. Because as long as it wasn't Sisters of Battle, like as long as it wasn't essentially 4 bosses attacking you at once, I think it'd be shit. But I think if it was all 3 Mantis Lords and the Traitor Lord, that would be too much. I mean, someone would still beat it, but like, you know, people have beaten any Radiance somehow. So, fuck. But it was mere mortals, no. Oh, they probably play it and be like, yeah, what is this shit? It's easy, fucking, give me a challenge. Why not add 2 Sisters of Battles together, 6 Mantis Lords, and 2 Traitor Lords at the same time? And both Sisters of Battle start on the 2nd phase. And also Cloth is there, but they're attacking you instead. 2 of them. Then they maybe be like, yeah, maybe that's good. That's it. It's like a light challenge. Maybe that'll be my daily warm-up. The little goop. It would have been fun if killing the little goo bastards lowered Broken Vessel's health, but at some point you just like stop being able to properly kill them. Like they just like stop dying. It's weird. And also, is Galeon's scythe supposed to be like an insect leg or something? Like, can we assume that he tore the leg off of some other bug and then used it as his weapon? Because that's what I want to believe. It'll make him far more badass than just some weird whatever he is. I don't know, turtle thing. But actually, that painting he's made, actually really cool. I would have that. I also really like the Godseeker's design. I think they're cool looking, kind of weird, but pretty cool. Also, this fight is such a waste of paint. Okay, hold on. Classic gamer problem of, okay, I'm in the middle of a boss fight. My entire body has decided that right now is exactly when everything needs to itch. And I mean everything. You know, you're like, oh man, my thumb's itchy, my nose is itchy, my ears are itchy. problem when you're fighting a boss. That worked somehow. That did not though. But again, I'm like, I know it's just like good battle sense to stay at as high of a health count as I can, because, you know, combat. Always bow to your nail masters. Very important. Alright, Hive Knight, you better not be a bitch this goddamn. God. Oh, you are a little fucking bitch, aren't you? It's really not often I get to heal in the Hive Knight fight. Actually, pretty rare. Damn it. This, if I was ever gonna do Hive Knight Radiant, he'd probably kill me that way, where he'd actually already be dead, and then the bees he spawned would just, well, like, one would spawn and I would be able to see it through his death, because he dies super, like, average Elder Who fight literally cannot attack him for 60% of it. You see, I'm fine that you can't always fight the Collector because he's kind of interesting and goofy, and he's a funny man. Whereas Elder Who is just annoying as shit. Like and also the Collector has a reason to disappear. Right, like he's like, oh, let me access my vast collection of random creatures so they can beat the shit out of you. Whereas Elder Who is just like, yeah, I'm just gonna disappear so that I can fucking, I'm just gonna disappear. And then he melts. Soul. Damn it. Damn. Bitch just, this bitch spitting bars, you know? Soul. And that's why I have Soul Catcher, because sometimes I fuck everything up. Can't even get one hit on him. I need hold off. I think if I kill his friend, he gets harder. Oh my god! This is why I never have health at the end of this fight. Wait. I love looking through the little eye holes. It's very funny. Woo. I had thought that there are very few things that would be hard to commentate over than a game of poker, but that I'm in the middle of playing. But you know what? Fighting some of these bosses, well, fighting some of them. It's kind of tough. Not many, though. But, I mean, the pufferfish phase, even if you know what's coming, it takes a little bit of focus, because you gotta jump. I'm throwing. I think every time he ends with a double fireball, so I guess that's that. If you could either stun or die. Hey, listen to me. Stun. I think you can actually like pogo on him when he's doing that uppercut attack. I've done it a few times. A rest stop. I'm actually going to quickly take a break. I'll be right back. Alright. My stream scenes, which are like this and this one that should have the game, it's so chaotic because I have like I've got ones like this and I've got so many, and for the most part they're all the exact same thing, and a few of them are made by like a professional that made them for Streamlabs OBS. Oh yeah, it is on. Look. Oh. If only you could have fought on. This is one of those like weird Hollow Knight facts. This is one of the only pieces of acid you can pogo on. Swim in it, but you can also just pogo it for some reason. There's almost no other acid you can pogo on. I think there's like maybe one or two other pieces of acid you can pogo on. You can in that specific room. I'm pretty sure that's Un right there, because I see the big green fucking body in the background. And Fungal Core doesn't have any acid in it. Like, I'm pretty sure that's Un's room. Because, I mean, you see that bastard? That guy's gotta be fucking shit. I mean, come on. What else? What other than one of the most powerful gods of Hollowness could turn you into a slug when you're healing? Come on, bro. Like, that is true power right there. You think you know the meaning of true power, but you ever turned into a slug? Also, can we just say that most Hollow Knight players got beat up by a bunch of fucking moths who just took over the shells of dead knights? Jump didn't get off. Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure fungal core is just like a dead body. Fuck. Of course, I've like. Who is a boss I'm pretty bad at in the main game. Got him. That was super professional. Did you see that? Okay, next should be Hornet. Ah. Okay. Oh, it's Wing Nosk. Huh. Well, I guess I was right. It was Hornet. Look at that fat fucking bitch. I know that it would make this fight super trivial if those little bobbles, like, weren't persistent, but I hate that they're persistent. Even though they're not persistent for very long, it's just an annoying enough amount of time. Well, there's only 2 bosses I have to sight read. Because I am not good at that. Man, you really can't tell where that orange shit's gonna come down, can you? Oh, first try. Get fucked, Oz. Damn. You're a bitch. Hey, get out of here. Woo. Woo. I actually... Oh, fuck me, I got no healing gun, actually. Shit. Cancel my heal. Was not ideal, but pretty well. Got stuck in the wall. Hornet is super buggy in Pantheon for some reason. Like, both versions of Hornet are super liable to just break. Like, sometimes when she's doing that slide down the wall, it'll just take her, like, forever. Like, she'll be, like, on weird geometry where she just, like, doesn't slide. Oh, God. Oh, thank Christ. Oh. Jesus, a whole lot longer without one of these, and I would have definitely been dead. I know it doesn't do anything to rest, I just... Okay. No. I am so afraid because I haven't found Grey Prince yet. Shit. Like, that scares me more than anything else. Just knowing that even though this is within Pantheon 4, I'm gonna have to fight him at some point, and I haven't yet. Can I just say, Broken Vessel, that you can honestly go fuck yourself? Or whatever you are, lost kin, go fuck yourself. Who and your little blob bastards can go fucking die. Because it means that whenever I fight you, there's no healing I can do, because whenever you're stunned, there's just one of them. No! I knew that I was gonna lose that one too. That's a bitch. I just wasn't being careful enough. That is so fucking annoying. Oh, great, all the way back here. Honestly, this is so much more of a commitment. I feel like it's like so much more of a crushing defeat. Yeah, I always like whenever I get to a new record and then die, I'm just annoyed. Not like, oh, I gotta try that again. It's just like, God fucking damn it. I don't want to do that again. Because I think, like, because I have to go through all of these bosses again. It's going through all the easy bosses and just. And then, because I'm kind of annoyed, I get super reckless in these early bosses. Because I don't want to take the time to be careful. Because it's like, God damn it, man, I need to get all the way back through every other Pantheon. I don't really have time for the fucking Pantheon 1 bosses. Pantheon 2. I'm still very afraid that I haven't seen Grey Prince. Because he's in here. Fucking bastard's in here somewhere. So it's just very concerning that I have yet to see it. Because I'm almost certain he's in here. I don't know why he wouldn't be. It would be a fucking blessing if he wasn't, but... The game developers may not have outright hate for us all. I don't like us that much. Because if they did, we would have every person on Earth would have a beta copy of, like, early access copy of Silksong right now. Although they probably don't give us that because they like us. Or it's like, alright guys, this is a fucking still work in progress version. Not finished, shut up. I mean, the state of the Hollow Knight community is getting rough. They made a grass randomizer, alright? A grass randomizer. Someone went through the effort of making a mod, randomized location of all of the game's grass. Where it's like, there's still grass in the right spots, but like, grass percent is not only a speedrun, but one that I think there is like actual competition for. That and Kronk percent exists where you have to hit all the game's levers. Like, people are losing their fucking minds over here. Like, it's going crazy. Every time any event that's either like Nintendo or Xbox or PlayStation, if any gaming event happens, it's just endlessly, I wonder if there's gonna be Silksong news. It's like, guys, it won't be. had one piece of it, and there was Summer Games Fest, and we didn't get another this year, so it's probably not going to get any anytime soon, because... Shut up. It's tough being a Hollow Knight fan nowadays. Everyone else just so fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, no, just keep doing that. Wow. The cleanest Oro fight I've ever had. How these bosses deal with damage. Like, do they have like a shared health pool, and then just like once you do enough damage, like one of them dies? Because that means, because I think Oro just died, so I think it's like, I guess makes sense given that you just fought Oro. So like this is like his second fight in a row with you. I'm assuming that's what it is. Is it just like? Like it's built in such a way that it feels like they each have an individual health pool, but I'm pretty sure it's just a group. I also like to think that when you fight Sisters of Battle, instead of it being that it's like, oh, you defeat this one first, it's like it doesn't matter which one you fight first, because they reorder themselves depending on which one of them you fight. So it's like, if you beat, you know, Mantis Lord 3 first, they stay as the third Mantis Lord because they lost. And so the reason the last one you fight is always the head Mantis Lord is because they're the one who survived the longest against you. Like, they're using you as, like, their test to see who gets to have what honor as a Mantis Lord. God damn it. Fucking range. I'm gonna die. Take about 15 seconds so I don't. Okay. Now that I'm less likely to break something. Not a whole lot less likely, but slightly. I don't even know where I was. That's really fun. Yay! Love taking shitloads of damage from bench fly. Actually, I hadn't found many of the soul bosses. Oh right, most of those guys are in Pantheon 4. I hadn't fought Markoth. Well, I think the base Pantheons don't have that many bosses in them. Not all of them. I guess I have to look at like what bosses are here. Then again, I feel like sometimes the order of the Pantheons just change randomly. I feel like when I first played Pantheon 3, its order was different than when I finished it. Doesn't really make any sense, but I definitely remember it that way. Maybe it was something with banishing the Grim Troop. Gotta get that. I don't know. At fighting Gorb. No other boss though. I love how when you fight some of these bosses with like good equipment, it feels like they just don't even work properly. You just destroy them so quickly. Yeah, I've been playing some Team Fortress 2 lately, and you know what? I guess I never realized when I was like 13 years old that I was fucking playing Team Fortress 2 so wrong. Like I used to play a lot of Engineer, which if you know anything about Team Fortress 2, you know that Engineer gaming is possibly the most entertaining thing possible, other than possibly pulling your own teeth. A lot of fun. Really, just you sit there and you hit things with a wrench. I mean, with items like the Eureka effect, you can do interesting things with it. But for the most part, playing Engineer is not very interesting. It's also the class I've done the best on overall, because you put a turret in a spot, a good spot once, and you get 10,000 fucking points. So like when I started playing again later, I've started playing a lot of Scout. But in between my Scout and Engineer phases, I played a lot of Pyro. Pyro is actually my most played class. With like 9 hours or something. I think Soldier is my least played class, because Soldier. But because I was playing Poker at the inventory and got some cool items, I went in and, you know what? Team Fortress is in a weird state. Sometimes you'll queue up for a casual match and you'll get a map, you get a shitty capture the flag map with 12,000 sniper bots on it, all of whom are literally taking the exact same path and vote to ban you for cheating. Or you'll just load into 2 Fort and have a fucking grand old Team Fortress 2 time where you have a 2.5 hour long fucking match of 2 Fort where everyone's just kind of fucking doing their own thing. Every now and again, you know, there'll be that annoying piece of shit demo man who sits next to the entrance to your spawn and thinks that murdering you right as you exit spawn with demo night is like the greatest thing that's ever happened since Trump became president. You can make fun of him, you know. Or sometimes it'll be none of that, and you'll just it'll just be like playing a normal fucking game. Because Team Fortress 2 is really weird. Like, it's been around so long that even the average player has like the average free-to-play player who's played for a long time can have literally almost every item. Like, having rare items isn't like a flex in Team Fortress, because like everyone has the item. Or you'd be like, oh man, look at this cool item. It's like, yeah, I've got one of those. I've got 6 of those actually. I sold a bunch of them for 2 cents on the Steam marketplace. So it's like most matches at Team Fortress 2 are not, here's a regular game. It's, okay, here's 12 of like the best Team Fortress 2 players who've ever lived on the other team. And then your team are 6-year-olds who got a Steam account and went to free-to-play and saw Team Fortress. So it's like, oh yeah, that. Pretty good game. Except for Sniper. No one except for Sniper players like Sniper very much. And even then, he's kind of annoying. Interesting game, interesting community. And there's a lot of silly hats. And a weirdly deep amount of lore. Like, for a game that's original story was these 2, red and blue, are gonna beat the shit out of each other for a while. Thumbs up. It's now like, okay, here's all of this crazy shit. Like, so much fucking lore. The characters are surprisingly well made. And yet there's been literally nothing for the last 6 years. No support at all for the game. Like, it just ended. Like, they were releasing a comic series and like, yep, to be continued. And then like right after that one released, just all support for the game stopped. Every piece of it. You could be the like as far as You know, there's literally one developer working on Team Fortress 2. In all of Valve, there is one lone guy who's like, yeah, I'm working on Team Fortress 2, trying to fix the overwhelming amount of cheaters and bots. Like one person trying to sack Rome. Like, yeah, I don't know, you may get like 2 steps in and then you're just gonna be kicked the shit out of by a bunch of fucking Romans. Because, you know. And also the player base hates everyone. It's weird because it'll shift between being like super toxic and like vaguely friendly within the span of like 10 seconds. Like you'll see people just having like full conversations in chat, and then people, you know, saying the N-word, and it's great. It's really a show of just what the internet can be. Terrible, horrible. So long even to get here. It takes like 15 minutes just to get to fucking Marmu, and then Marmu hits you a bunch because you can never predict their movement ever. And then it's what, Paintmaster or something? Oh, I always forget. I can't keep arm in my head for a few seconds without getting distracted. Hey, Broken Vessel, could you tell your other self to chill the fuck out, please? Damn it. Actually, tell yourself to chill the fuck out. God damn it. Oh. Jumping is the worst part of this boss. Because almost no matter what you try and do, he's gonna fucking jump on you. Like, he's gonna land. He's fucking aimbotting right to your head. You could be doing like the craziest shit like that, and he'd still just bam, right on top of you. You'd be like, movement god. You'd be like, you could be using fucking crystal dash, still hit you. Flip out of bounds, will somehow get to you. The more I talk, the more I fuck up, but the less I talk, the less interesting stream is for everyone involved. Because otherwise, I'm just playing a video game by myself. That's just... I mainly relegate that to VR games nowadays. Try the old I have more health than he does kind of strategy and just that. Yeah, they didn't even like color the arena very much. Oh boy, it's my favorite boss in the game. I've never. Elder Who? Come on. I've killed you like 4 times. Can you just be nice to me? Just give up. I mean, this him being nice and giving up are kind of the same thing. But you're not gonna kill me. I don't think I've ever died. Okay, I might have died like once, but I'm pretty sure the boss before him in Pantheon 3, which I don't think is Hive Knight. I think it's the boss. He's the one who got me down. But I don't even know. If I did die to Elder Who, that's probably what would have happened. But you see, like most normal people, even though I have 170 gameplay hours, like now about 2.5 of them are recorded. I don't think I've ever streamed all of them. Maybe a little bit. I know the collectors killed me. I think at least one. Because if you start getting hit a lot by him, he's actually kind of tough. Because he'll just... But with his whole thing of not giving you soul... So I like how everyone who's ever lived and beaten this game has the exact same strategy for Pantheon. Like, I don't think I've ever seen someone beat him a different way. Then just Pogo for a little bit, spell, Pogo. That one wasn't... Well, I don't know. Hit by fire bats. Very, very few less honorable things from being hit by this phase. Unless you go for like a really sick, like super sick spell hit, and that's fine. Then that's okay. You hit then. No other time though. Just get hit by it normally, then. No matter, you could be the greatest Hollow Knight player, but if you get hit by Pufferfish phase, you're dead. And the only way to get back is to beat him 6 times without being hit by his Pufferfish phase. God damn. Alright, what? It's just, I guess I'm just bad. Bad at the game. It's official. I'm bad at Hollow Knight. By my own, very own rules. You see, I don't make the rules. I just come up with them, write them down, and follow them. I feel like this is a strangely placed hot spring. I feel like there's... Yeah, that's definitely look at that. I mean, I know you can only see like once ever per playthrough, which is lame because it's like there's so much more they could have done with that character. I guess I get it. Where the fuck would you put it? Okay, that was. God, that bouncy roll fucking destroyed me so many times. Because I'd like try and jump over it and then it hit me. Because it bounces. And I remember beating the Watcher Knights and being like, huh. Okay, I guess. Because I guess I didn't like realize what the name meant, right? Because I wasn't really focusing on the dreamers as an object. I didn't even really realize they were a thing. Like, I knew that they were there because they're on your map, but it's like, oh, Watcher, and oh, they're the Knights of Larlan the Watcher. God. Damn. I have to say don't bitch, and then you go and you be a bitch. Oh, did we just keep doing that one and not the annoying followy one? That'd be great. That messed up. Nice. How do we get your ass down here? Alright. That was cool. What the shit was that? Okay. Cool, yeah, just this. Point blank. What is happening? Here, I don't know what campfire is. That was crazy. Just kept missing. Jesus. Right. You know what's bad when you start out on a side platform and you're like, oh, I wonder what this is here. I think it just disappears as well. Shit. Oh my god, again. Oh my god. I only have like 4 attacks. And all relatively easy to dodge. Relatively. Super easy. I love getting hit by the secondary enemies. Not the worst spots. Every time one of them charges, there's like these like blue particles. Like, I don't know what that is. And I realize it's because they use the same like they use the same particles for when the player charges a nail as all the bosses. So a little bit of my custom of my well, a little bit of my skin is rubbing off on them. If only I was talented enough to actually make a skin. I made a Minecraft resource pack once. It was horrifically ugly. I just made everything look bad. I was like 12. And then that's when I learned that Photoshop isn't worth it. Photoshop is super fucking expensive. And it's like, yeah. The main thing I would use it for is altering textures in Minecraft. It's super worth like $100 a year or some shit. Oh, what? Okay, into Pantheon 4. Or, right, these bosses are. Which is a strange choice. Like, I'm surprised they didn't just, like, put them directly in order of Pantheon. Like, for the most part, they are. But then there's ones where it's like, okay, why doesn't it go Hornet, Moon, Sly like the actual Pantheon? I guess, you know, it's to each their own, but maybe it's to trip up the player. From just, I think maybe they're like trying to maybe they're just trying to make it harder to have like one build that works for all of them in one section. So they kind of put them up. Oh, fantastic. I really hope there's a hot spring. Oh, perfect. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna be right back once again. Be back in a little bit. You can hear the same soothing sounds as last time. Alright. This time, I'm gonna do better. Can not lose time. Because I've been doing this for like, this runs like 30 minutes long. Jeez. Okay, this time I'm gonna try and not fuck up. Kind of a crazy strategy, but I think it might just work. Unprecedented strategy. But they call me experimental strategy guy. And I tell them, but no one calls me that. What is wrong with you? Weirdest thing. I first tried all of Pantheon 4 until Pure Vessel, and then proceeded to kick the shit out of me in a matter of minutes. Yeah, actually, I'm being too kind to myself. It probably took him like 10 seconds to kill me. Just because like the Knight and the Radiance are my least fought bosses. Like without a doubt. Whew, I almost just dead at the very end. Oh shit. Boss wouldn't be as creepy if there wasn't the shit leaking out of their eyes. Or lack thereof, I guess. Oh my god. Fucking impossible to hit this bottom. Like one platform is like kind of safe, but oh, this is gonna be a bunch of fucking soul bosses. Shit. Cannot stun him, but he's also pretty. I think this boss is like, I think they were like, you know what, my kid or whatever read Captain Underpants once, and let's make a boss. God, that's one of those series that's like, you know what, I can see why parents didn't want it in school, but also, like, it's completely harmless. So, you know, it was, like, cool to read it as a kid, because you're like, oh, it's a white lady. You gotta say, oh tragedy, this majestic god evades our attunement with such ease. Yeah. Yeah. You'll live only to serve the gods, to seek them out. Why does she frustrate us? How does she hide from us? Does she diminish herself by choice? Probably. Alright, whatever. Fucking... You like this friend. This guy's a lot faster than Soul Master. Like, I know that, right? Because I've fought him before. But, like, I forgot quite how fast he was. I mean, the exact same strategies work, but, like, he's just quick. I think failed champion is probably the one soul boss that, like, requires a slightly different strategy. Like, most of them, I guess it's Lost Kid does. Otherwise, just like, I don't know, just beat Soul Master, but he's faster and more dangerous. Oh, I guess, Nightmare Kings. He needs a much different strategy. Stuns take a while. Then again, because he's teleporting faster, it's fucking impossible to even hit him sometimes. How little I can hit him, I'm barely getting any soul. I know he has a second same phase, but then he just fucking disappeared. Only bosses were affected by getting damaged by the out of bounds. And you could just fucking, like, poga them literally into the void. Pixel perfect location. Easier than zero. I mean, I took a lot of brute damage, but been a long time. So, in his classic fucking impossible to dodge timing, which I know was on purpose, and it just makes it that much worse. Making a boss that's like purposefully inept is such a great concept. He's just so fucking unpredictable. Doesn't have many attacks, he just does them seemingly completely randomly. More random than most bosses. Zotlings are pretty worthless at attacking you. They just like being in inconvenient spots. Oh, I can't fucking play with his skull. They'll check. I feel like with Failed Champion, you can like feel the weight of it all. Right? Like when he smacks, like you can just like feel the weight of his mace. Or I suppose the mace bug. Not to say that it's fat, obviously. Just Mace Bug is like the best character in the game, so mysterious. What is he all about? What are his views? What does he feel about the overwhelming amount of Hornet Rule 34 that exists on the internet? Just want to know more. What are your opinions, sir? Truly a mystic, honestly. Alright, drying off the hands from all the sweat. Here we go. I missed. Dodge those for a second. Dash. Of God, keep doing the bad attack. Shit. Shit. Fucking up all the time. that's what I get for asking the Nightmare King to do anything, eh? Whoa, no, no. Just stunned. Shit. No! There are 2 bosses after him. The question is, do I do one more run? I mean, I've been streaming for 3 hours. One more, or do I just call it for the day? I'll do one more. God, that was like 40 minutes or something. Just fight after fight after fight. I mean, I guess I'd rather lose it on Nightmare King than Vengefly King. So, I guess there's something. Like, I know I can make it that far. I'm just really hoping I can redo that Grey Prince Zote again. Because the fact that I made that first try, I honestly wasn't expecting it. I was like, I had essentially resigned myself to the fate of having to just do what I did for Pantheon 3 and just get to Grey Prince 80 times until I can fucking beat him. Maybe because of my... I lost that run. The way I lost so many fights against Nightmare King, which was just backing myself into a corner, and then he does the fucking uppercut. I, like, lost that fight because of that, like, honestly, 10 times. And it's just, it's crazy. Like, why that? Why that specifically every time? I think it's because, like, I'm trying to be protective, right? So I'm staying away from the middle, which is where you want to be. You want to be in the middle, because then there's the most room to dodge. Honestly, I feel like it would be easier to Radiant Nightmare King than it would be to... because I mean, 4 masks, man. So fucking two just all the way through. Like I know I can do it because I've attuned every boss I've come across, but it's different doing like an attuned because you go in knowing you're gonna have full health. And yes, you can go in to these battles with full health and some soul, but it's a difference between doing a segmented and full-time speedrun, right? It's when you're on a world record pace, you're gonna fuck up. Right, your brain is just gonna be like, I really don't want to fuck up right now. Anyway, press this button wrong. Do this thing wrong. Do this stupid thing that you shouldn't do. But you did like once your first ever attempt, so now that's your brain's immediate thought is, I'm gonna do this random garbage shit. Yeah, shut up. You go fucking sip for the white lady. I'm honestly, I think because I banished the Grim Troop, I think my skill level is lower than it would have been. Because it took me like 3 or 4 playthroughs to decide to fight Nightmare King, even once. Like, he's in the Pantheon because he has to be. Like, he's a boss that you're going to fight if you're gonna do Pantheon 5, even if you're like me and banished first time. I didn't actually want to banish them though, like on accident. Yeah, I kinda did, but I also kinda didn't, because my reasoning was I don't have enough money to get whatever charm I tried upgrading first, like whatever fragile charm. Like, I don't have enough money to actually upgrade this, so I'm gonna banish. And then I was worried it just fucking disappeared forever, not remembering that you could just buy more. It didn't disappear, it was just sitting on the ground, but, you know. It was a worry, because I really want to super complete this game. Like, that is my goal. And I have come closer now than I ever have before, getting to the... Like, I'm really worried about Absolute, or Absrad, because fucking I've beaten Radiance once, ever. In my 173.1 hours of playtime, I have beaten Radiance once. But I've lost to Radiance many times. Even recently. I went back in to try and, like, remember how to fight Radiance and failed every time. I think I got to I got to second phase, which I'm pretty sure second phase is the hardest, because the climb phase, it's the climb phase, not a whole lot there. Just don't be hit by lasers. But Also, this is definitely gonna be my last run, because holy fuck, my throat hurts. I feel like because this is so much higher energy than Poker Night in the inventory, because I'm not just playing Texas, because I'm, you know, playing Hollow Knight. And also, I think I'm talking a lot more, because this is something I can talk about forever. 170 hours gotta be worth something. That something just happens to be a lot of worthless game knowledge, but, you know. Like, hey, you can pogo on this bit of acid. What helpful trivia that's gonna really get me through life. College, here I come. Not even gonna... I'm gonna ace every class and be like, look, alright, you ever been to the Unroom in fucking Pantheon of Hollow Nest? You can pogo on that acid. You can thank me later. And they'll be like, oh my god, this guy's a genius. And then I just pass, like that. That's how college is. I'm, like, certain of it. I think I read that online somewhere. God damn it. Fucking up. Damn clouds are doing more damage than the bosses. Woo! Look at that. What are you gonna do? Miss? Ah, fuck. Got him. Almost died like twice, but that's fine. I love how in their attempt, because they put every boss in here, it's like, alright, we'll just have Enraged and Crystal Guardian. Like, they're the same boss, and we could have just had an Enraged Guardian. I'm surprised they had both, because they, because for Soul Warrior, they only have the one. Like, there's two different versions of Soul Warrior. They're very similar, but like... Well, it's like the difference between Broken Vessel and Lost Kin. It's like, oh, I don't know, this one spawns bastards. Like that's the... I just confused myself by not using the quick cast button, so I just forgot how to play the video game for a little bit. Really awesome. I don't know the last time I I used the healing button to cast. Three Hollow Knight speedrunner just died inside when I did that. They're like, why must you have forsaken us? Why were you slightly less efficient? I don't know how I never figured out that there was a quick cast button. Like, that bumper does something, so why wouldn't right bumper? I guess I just, like, never tested it. Like, I should have, right? Because the game is so stingy on telling you how to play it that, like, shit, I guess I should have figured it out at some point. But maybe every time I just, like... Because I don't, like, just, like, go around pressing random buttons all the time. That's only my strategy in fighting games. You know, for some reason, one of my Steam friends just keeps playing Lord of the Rings online, and I was thinking about it, it's like, man, who the fuck plays Lord of the Rings online? I tried once, but I'm not an MMO guy. This is like one of the most like intense bits of music in the game. Like, I think there are like better tracks, like the Grim Troop is really good. I have a soft spot for Broken Vessels song as well. But I think like I think Sisters of Battle puts you in the right mood to fight it super well. Like, I don't think there's any track that like does it quite as well, where it's like, yeah, no, you're gonna fucking this is gonna be some intense shit, alright? I mean, Gods and Glory, the track behind every single like almost every boss in Pantheons is also very good at doing that. This boss, probably the hardest boss in the game. No one's ever radianted Marm ever. You can quote me on that. No one ever radiants Fluke Marm. Just try it. You're gonna find it's you may be able to beat the boss, but Fluke Marm won, or you won the battle, but Fluke Marm won the war of being Fluke Marm. Fuck. No hit, bitch. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah, die. Yeah, just die. Yeah. Yeah, just respawn, bro. Sit on a bench. It is kind of weird that, like, no other vessels respawn. Like, maybe there's a lore reason I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. Like, we see their shades, but, like, why don't they just respawn, bro? Just fight the shade. Like, it's just that easy. It is kind of sad that the Nail Masters don't get their own song. Even like one that they all share, just like something, because they're such fascinating battles. Because they're like they're the only friendly NPCs you can fight, except for Zoe, but not exactly friendly. He's just kind of Zoe. He's in his own class. He's not even like a neutral NPC. He's just Zoe. He defies common labels because he is Zoe the Mighty. So he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Right, Paint Master Shio. Attack me if you agree. See, look at that. Paint Master agrees. Because the Paint Master's paint is one of the best ways to see how many like layers of the world there are. Because there's this layer, the one you can hit, there's a layer behind, another layer, and then there's the final back layer. Like, there is, like, if you were to, like, turn this game sideways, it would, there'd be, like, 3 distinct levels. Possibly even 4. Depending on how the bosses are designed. This is like one of the worst Hive Knight fights I've ever had. And I've had some really bad Hive Knight fights. I think I've lost to Hive Knight. Well, I have. I've lost almost every boss. But, like, I think I've lost a Pantheon run to Hive Knight before. Ow. Not this Pantheon. Actually, maybe this one. Had an idea. Actually, pretty good idea. After the stream. Alright, that was a shit Elder Who, but whatever. Got some soul from it. I love how fucked up the music is when you're fighting the Collector. Like, I think it like Sisters of Battle perfectly sets the tone, where you just know that this battle is gonna be weird, because it's just like the music is like corrupted almost. Given that the Collector is one of the few like pure shade creatures in the entire game. Like he's someone's shade. Like somebody somewhere is the true body of the Collector that just died at some point and has just been existing by itself, doing its own fucking thing. Maybe the Collector captured his own body. It's in his collection. It's like, and here is fucking flabby ass bug body that I used to inhabit before I became the perfect being you see in front of you. Ooh, that was really bad. That's about average for this fight. Because I just endlessly. Oh shit! No, I hit him too early. Oh, that's like the first time I've ever done that. I think I'm really good at the timing. You finally got sick of my shit. You know what, Graham? You're right. I feel really bad actually. I feel so bad doing that because then you're like, oh my god, I just fucking disrespected the truth. You can unfollow. I understand. I would understand. That was shameful. Alright, Troop Master, I'll win this one for you as payment for the horrible crime I just committed. I believe I had a friend. I have a friend who I was playing Hollow Knight with, and he would always fucking hit Grim as he was bowing. Fucked up. Also, he didn't like realize that you could also not hit him, and then he wouldn't do the pufferfish phase. Come on, he's the troop master. You gotta have some respect for him. Never mind the fact that I'm vaguely hypocritical by being fine with his pufferfish phase. You can also hit him during... like, kind of hit him with it. using only spell, but it's better than just him fucking disappearing playing his attack. Like, I would say the only one of those attacks that I'm fine with is Nightmare King's Pillars, and the only reason I'm fine with it is because it's the Nightmare King and he can do whatever he wants. What are you gonna tell him to knock it off? Die terribly. They get flame up your ass. Oh my god, that was so bad. I love the fact that games have such active modding communities, because these people who are just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this thing for fun and then release it for free, can add so much to a game. Like, Hollow Knight has so many weird, creative little mods, some of which are like the one I have on that just makes your HUD always into the Steel Soul HUD, no matter what, because I like it for when I have skins on. Because by and large, the Steel Soul HUD is better than the basic one. But otherwise, there's these weird, like, super high effort game change mods, like the Hollow Point mod that just gives you a gun, and that's all the mod does. Is it just, well, okay, that's not true. It's really high effort because every single charm changes what gun you have or how it fires or how much soul it uses up. It's like a full DLC expansion in the form of a free mod that no one had to make, but someone was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this. Also, I like how there's unused Watcher Knights, like there's like a few in the background that just don't do anything. Like, guys, you're letting your friends down, your teammates, comrades in arms. No, what was that? So fucking lucky. I would have fucking like cycled you hard. It just happened. Oh shit. As they were dead. That is not ideal going into Hornet Sentinel. Oh shit, never mind. Actually, let's leave first. Going into Winged Nosk. See, I'm thinking about the actual Pantheon. Despite the fact that, like, seriously though, I only got to Hornet 2 like 3 times in Pantheon 4 or Pantheon 3 because I was so bad at Grey Prince. And I would say I'm still bad at Grey Prince. I think I'm better at the game, but I think I'm still bad at Grey Prince Zode. And also, I'll be honest, I actually prefer Winged Nosk over regular Nosk. Which isn't saying very much. I don't like Nosk at all. At times I've died to fucking Nosk. It's, ugh. I've lost or almost lost multiple Steel Soul runs to regular Nosk. This one's just easier to dodge. I'm just really, really bad at regular Nosk. Actually, I'm almost certain I'm just really, really bad at regular Nosk. Couldn't even hit a fucking non-moving target. No way. All of them, bro. These fucking goopy bastards are spawning are more of a threat to me. Alright, Sly. Back at it. Back at it again. We've been do that one multiple times in a row. I actually don't think he can use multiple mail arts in a row. On account of that would be super fucking annoying. Not my best Sly. Definitely not the best I've ever done. Definitely not the worst. Still partially alive. Need all the healing I can get. No, goddamn, he always cancels it. I think there's a checkpoint after him. Nope, right into home. Got this boss. Woo. This one kicked the shit out of me for a while. Damn it. Thank you. I didn't really need to heal that. Like, I could have survived, but I didn't really want to. Try and keep risk taking to a minimum, which would be easier if Hornet didn't fucking clip into the wall. I could actually tell what she was going to do. That would be great. See, look, like if she does that, you can just get so many hits off on her because she's just glitched into the wall. It's perfect. It's honestly amazing. Like, I would have probably won that fight no matter what, but it's easier when it can just cheese it. Well, actually, it's easier when Hornet cheeses herself. Alright. Serious shit time. I've fucked up already. Jumpy bastard. Should be lucky I didn't call him anything worse. Jumping. And his spawning of enemies. Yeah, didn't even get any healing done then. It's like impossible to heal during his stuns without like, what is that one? Fungal something? The mushroom? Spores? Fungal spores? Oh boy, low health into no wise. The best possible outcome. Shit. I'm gonna use that platform as my... This one's vaguely safe most of the time, but not really. Yeah, most of the time, but not really. Shit. God. That's the real danger of No Eyes, is it those, like, multiple damage hits where you take hit from the boss and the environment. That heal. God, what boss is after this? Okay, that's not gonna deal. No. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Was it good? Healing. To White Defender. That was a waste of soul. Doma. Ah, Doma. Alright. Oh. Okay. Oh, and this is another white lady. Which is then... At least they know that, you know, she's literally a god. So, you know, there's that. dislike this boss only for the fact that he's so fucking hard to hit. Like, he isn't hard, he's just impossible to hit him more than like once every 8 years. There we go. It's phase 1. I'm gonna focus on dodging the second phase. Instead of trying to get the cheeky extra hits in. I'm just gonna... Alright, then it was like male champ. Is this more cool? Yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh god.
Sorrow.
You know what I find really funny? Is there are so many people who will post on the subreddit, like, I radianted all the bosses and just, like, conveniently have Markoth's covered. Shit. Low health into Grey Prince is not ideal at all. Actually, any health under full health into Grey Princes. In fact, god awful. That's just the worst shit. I'm pretty sure the only reason I did as well as I did last time is because of some really good RNG. See, that's just like normal Grey Prince strategy. Just, you know, get stuck in a corner and then spam attack. Oh, damn it, why didn't that despawn? Why did everything else he does despawn except for the wave? Shit. Problem is, with failed champ, you only get a few total possible masks of healing within his boss fight. Oh. Damn. Okay, well, I'm gonna end here. I don't think my voice will last much longer at this rate. We got so close. I think right after failed champ was Nightmare King. We came within inches of success. Inches of success. I don't know what it does, but let's see. Yeah, the next boss would have been Rim Vessel. That's a shame. Well, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, follow. If you didn't, don't. I didn't mean to rest there. That was. I'll probably stream tomorrow. Maybe doing some of this. Maybe playing more Poker Night. I don't know. I guess I'll see you then. Bye.